everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Cowboys going up against the Steelers. So with that, let's get up to Highlands Field in Pittsburgh. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Let's go!
Prescott now on second down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read their zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
A first down carry by Elliott. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. The linebacker Ryan Shazier there to make the tackle. Dez Bryant, certainly one of the go-to guys, if not the go-to guy for this offensive unit.
One of the most talked about players in the league, as well as one of the most productive receivers. He attacks the football downfield.
Second down, Prescott. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And a look at the Steelers' defensive unit.
Bud Dupree came out of the University of Kentucky determined to let everyone know that they play football there as well as basketball. A terrific pass rusher off the edge.
A second down throw for Prescott. And his throw here's incomplete. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down. On third down, it's Prescott. He completes it to Bryant. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how...
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive.
Here we go!
Prescott from the gun. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And the seemingly endless drive continues.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've comped it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Deep drop. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL. And now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Here we go. Jack 16.
They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And here are the defensive starters. In your old position, you get to talk about the secondary.
The best athletes on the field, Brandon.
Debatable.
Well, we'll see how this goes today. I love the way you put my guys down. But you know this. They've got to cover, and they have to tackle. They have a heck of a task in front of them in this game.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a 1st down. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
Hey, hurry up, let's go. 2:30. 4 down.
The carry here for the big tight end. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave him with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Got a man open. It's Darius Hayward-Bay. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw.
And now what they want to see here, he's still down on the field. Obviously such an important part of their passing game, and the training staff, they're going to have to attend to it. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down and 5 here to start things out. They'll go again with Bell. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play. And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the cornerback position.
Roethlisberger on the right side, caught by Green. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Ladarius Green, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. A glance back at 2016 for Dez Bryant. 50 receptions, under 800 yards, had 8 touchdowns. What do you make of the season that Dez had?
Well, remember, it started with Dez injured, so it took a little while for him to get started. I'm going to make a bold prediction for you. Would not shock me at all if he doubled his catch number next year and darn near doubled his receipt.
He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They come up in an offset eye. Again, it's Bell. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a pitch out to Williams. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain, and it's second down. A little educational piece. I know a lot of people here, 3-4, 4-3, etc. Take us through the 4-3, Charles.
Okay, 4-3. 4 down defensive linemen, usually 2 defensive tackles, 2 defensive ends. Behind them, the 3. Those are the linebackers. The middle linebacker, often known as the Mike, with 2 outside linebackers, the Sam and the Will. There's your 4-3.
Sam on the strong side, Will on the weak side. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete.
And I think the end result, knocking the ball away, was a product of understanding where they were on the field, understanding how many yards they needed to pick up the first down, and tightening their coverage accordingly. Gave them no gaps, no spaces, no real air in which to catch the football, and ended up making a really nice play.
Fourth down. Here's Roethlisberger. And he finds Hayward Bay. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Darius Hayward Bay, 35 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And it's 15-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And this will wind up being a poor decision to bring it out as he's out of bounds shy of the 20. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lot to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to former glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams.
Ooh.
They get the young quarterback going, and that defense continues to live up to expectations. They can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. Prescott from the gun on third. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's fourth down.
The name of the game, as always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. They come up in an offset eye. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 11 on the gain there. And it'll give the Steelers a first down. And they're going to speed things up here. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. They'll fake the give to Williams. Now it's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, that's the type of pass play that you need to wait for routes to develop. You need a little time in the pocket, but that's hard to do when you got people in your face.
Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on fourth. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Now Roethlisberger. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that will get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction, and then you have the OTAs and minicamps. You get to see them on the field for the first time, and we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
They're going to hurry back to the line now. The give is to Elliott, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Steelers' offense.
How much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that's caught inside the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Let's go.
On second down, it's Bell. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Well, that's one of the main responsibilities of a safety in any defense. A long way downfield before he's able to corral him, but that's why you have him on the field, the last line of defense.
He made the play. I don't know if it'll be remembered. They're probably so mad that the run went for that long.
Wonder if they were thinking pass in that situation as opposed to run and being caught a little bit out of position. Fortunately, he's able to track him down.
No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Man open left side is Brown. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, 36 yards. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
They rolled out of the pocket right, and I think he wanted a little something more out of that play, obviously. Instead, he hit a safety valve.
It looked like two well-coached teams there, even though there was no yardage gain, because the offensive guys, hey, they realized their quarterback was out of the pocket. All the receivers went to the right spots, tried to get in his sight line, tried to open themselves up. Just nowhere to go where they could gain yardage. How about the defensive guys, though? Did not lose leverage and kept their poise and made a really nice play.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Let's go now. Right 18.
They go to Elliott again. Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. It's Big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
So second and medium, 2nd and 5 now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating the pass instead of the run that they got.
Now the backup, Darren McFadden, pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. Bud Dupree, a former first-round pick, in on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Out left side here to Bryant. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 there. And it'll be a Dallas first down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now a first down throw. Romo. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now it's Romo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Back now in Pittsburgh. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. Here's Romo now on second down. And Beasley with it over the middle. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Short of the sticks after that completion, and now it's third down for this offense. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
Let's go now. Check, set. 118.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up first and goal.
Let's face it, when you have a guy who can pick up those types of runs and keep the chains moving or stay ahead of the chains, you're making everyone else on offense happy because you're opening things up to allow for a whole lot of different play calls. What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Here we go.
On second down, here's Romo. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. It's a gain of 5, and that is going to set up third and goal.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They got to have 6 here. It's third and goal. And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Tony Romo taking it in. And the Cowboys get a bit closer. So he's able to sneak it in, and credit to the guys up front.
Oh, without a doubt, because they have the leverage on this play. We always talk about low man wins and one-on-one battles. That's exactly what happened there. Their offensive line, lower than the defensive front.
Romo, he's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, 75 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. And his kick is right through. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now here come the Cowboys. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard. Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Second down now after the incompletion. Second and 10. Romo once more. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And quickly, they get to the line. Romo here on first down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
To throw is Romo. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Hayward coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw on second down is Romo. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. They find some open field here. Ezekiel Elliott gonna take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 53 yards. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Second down following the run. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And he's got room. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Ezekiel Elliott, and it's third down.
The Steelers insert their nickel defense on third down.
Yeah, they add a DB. Now Romo. He completes it to Bryant. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. And now they're in the hurry-up. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Here's Romo. And Beasley with it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. So they're on that play offensively. They were in the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Hayward in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So a big sack on second down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for third. Third and long here. It's Romo. Out left side here to Bryant. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
Check.
They'll run it with Elliott. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now Romo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to the air they go. Romo on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well. And every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
Throwing on third down. Romo. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. On first down, it's Romo. He's going to let it fly. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now out come the Steelers. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just 1 kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes.